Yo, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new Football Manager 2019 save here on the channel. I'm very excited. This is something I've never done before, never really thought about doing before, and yeah, I'm very excited to dive right into it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, or as you may have seen, it is called the Globetrotting Golddigger. And the reason for that is if you look on your screen, kind of everywhere, all around, you will see the 5 trophies that I am looking to capture in this save. Those are the UEFA European Championships, the Copa America, the CONCACAF Gold Cup, the AFC Asian Cup, and the World Cup, the Jules Rimet Trophy itself. This is a save that is set to take me around the world in international management only until we win all of these trophies. We need to win the World Cup once and all the other continental competitions one time as well. We're going to be jumping around nations. We're going to be taking whatever jobs we can get our hands on. It's going to be difficult. It's going to last probably quite a long time, so I don't know how easy it's going to be to get the right nations to win these. It's not like I can just find a club and build them up, kind of relying on the players that exist within the game. It's a very different kind of challenge, but like I say, one I'm very excited for. I hope you guys get excited for it too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be tough, like I said. It's going to be ups and downs, but who knows? Can a mediocre Football Manager player such as myself win 5 major international trophies in one save? This is the place to find out. We're going to get started any minute now. I'm going to kind of talk you through the process I was going to take to find my first job, which it'll be very familiar to a lot of you. And then I'll show you why that didn't quite work out and what kind of compromise I came to in the end to get started. Hope you guys enjoy. See you in the game. Alright, so here we are in the game on the home screen, the first day of the save. And as you can see, there's plenty of jobs available to me. China, India, Iran, Oman, Chinese Taipei, Thailand, Yemen, Ireland, Turkey, Samoa, Paraguay, and South Sudan. So there was no shortage of available nations for me to take over. And I applied to all of them. Now my thought process on which one I would accept could be kind of based on reputation, but also when the next kind of major tournament was. So for example, the European Championships aren't until 2020. So I knew there'd be something in between, or before then. The Copa America is in 2019. I believe the African Cup of Nations is also a 2019 qualifying. I think the tournament itself happens in 2019 as well. This is qualifying. I don't actually have the tournament here. But I'm also pretty sure this was a 2019 tournament. June 2019. The Copa America is 2019. I think I mentioned the Asian Cup. I believe this is the East Asian Cup. That's very different. But the Asian Cup, I think, also takes place in 2019. Early 2019. So it made sense to try and go for one of those. The Gold Cup, I don't know if the team I can really compete in the Gold Cup. But if I did, it's also 2019. So anything but the Euros at the moment made the most sense for me. But if it was just one of these jobs that came up, I would have taken them above the others. So I'm focusing on them. Out of the group here, honestly, I'm thinking, it's hard to say. Ireland and Turkey, honestly, might give me the best chance of doing something. I don't think there's much luck in these nations of actually succeeding in a competition early doors. So that kind of played into it as well. But what I've done is applied to every single one of these jobs and just kind of left it to see what happened next. What happened next is what caught me off guard and started to throw a few red flags out there. I was denied every single job, so all of them, even like ones that you would have thought would have been quite easy. Like South Sudan did not want me to be their manager. Right, they took Yual Chan instead. Now, I made myself, good. I gave myself international experience, the pro license, because I didn't want to have this happen, where I'm, having to compete just to get a job, right? I thought, having this experience and being as good as this would help me just get my foot in the door. That didn't happen, right? It didn't happen straight away, and I also, despite all of this, I kept going for about another year. I did another year's worth of just simulating or holidaying, applying for national jobs, and I must have applied for about another dozen or 15 or so. And the same thing happened. They all turned me down. And so I kind of came to the realization that maybe it's just not possible or is not going to happen that I'm going to be given an international job at the start of the game. Right? I know when you're like club manager, it's strange because you can give yourself these same like experiences, go and manage in like the Scottish second division, and within a year Spain will come calling. Right? So it's really weird. But I feel like it's just, you have minimal managerial experience at that point. You have something. I've never been a manager before. I don't know if the game's, code or whatever doesn't like you to not have anything. National teams will turn you away. So we ended up having to just kind of suck it up and go back to that first initial list and pick a team from there that we were going to take forward. And so I went and I looked at who we had. I kind of weighed the pros and cons of everything, and I made my decision. So we're going back to the start, and we are taking over. We have picked our first nation in this challenge. And as you can see, I have chosen Paraguay as the starting point for our challenge. The reasons for Paraguay being that I kind of looked at Ireland and Turkey as like this possibly stronger options maybe, but with the delay before the European Championships, I didn't want to have a year of nothing. I know the international league's there, but I don't really care too much about that right now, if I'm being honest. When I go to the European section, maybe. But the Copa America, all those other tournaments were happening earlier, and out of the teams that were there, Paraguay seemed like the one that would give me the best chance of getting a shot in one of these cups. None of those teams were going to be like, powerhouses and favorites. I'm not necessarily expecting to win the Copa America with Paraguay, but I feel like they give us an opportunity. So we'll check the nation, see how things are. So they're currently 30th in the world, which isn't too bad, if I'm honest. We'll take a quick look at the rest of the rankings. So there's Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina, Chile, Colombia. Okay, Peru. Did I miss Peru? I think I missed Peru last time. But we're somewhere, 7th or 8th or so in South America. So it's not ideal. There's Venezuela below us. I don't think there's much else going on down here. Ecuador, Bolivia. So there are a few teams that we are better than, but we're definitely in the lower half at the moment of the powerhouses of South America. So we have work to do there. So of course I'm the manager. Rocky Santa Cruz is the captain. Is he still on the team? He won't be captain for much longer because I'm not going to be playing Santa Cruz unless everyone else is actually terrible. I think he's retired anyway, so I'm not too worried. So that'll be changing. Almiron, our key player, the Newcastle man, this is with the update, of course, so he's there. He's our main man. He'll be a solid force in midfield for us in one way or another. The Paraguayan leagues sadly aren't in the game. I didn't have the league pack from anyone. I heard some of them aren't working with the update anyway, so I didn't want to risk trying to load it in and causing myself issues with that, so I just didn't bother. Take a quick look at their history, competition. So they're two-time Copa America winners. The last time was in 1979. They're runners-up in 2011, but that's about it. They haven't done a lot since. They're runners-up in the Olympics once, but they haven't really pulled up a lot of trees with the major tournaments. Hopefully we can start to change that as we go on. Top players, so key player Almiron, but then top players, he's not even in this list, which is strange, but Federico Santander, a striker at Bologna. Okay, he's not bad. Let's actually go to the squad. We'll look at it this way. Let me start by value already. Good. So Almiron, obviously a centre-back, Balbuena at West Ham, so he'll be solid for us, I would think. It's nice to have a defender in there. Our goalkeeper Fernandez, not bad. Gonzalez is decent. Should I actually do this with reports instead? Salvador Balbuena, Romero. Angel Romero, winger. Solid player. Because obviously all these players still playing in South America will have lower values, so we still have a chance of having some good players in here. So there's some decent talent here. Osvaldo Martinez, I like him in midfield as well. Him and Almiron in midfield. He's 32, but it's fine by me. He's only 5'6", but so don't spend doing much in the air. But it's not bad. And then, okay, we have some decent players in here. I'm not as concerned as I might have been defensively. We're nowhere below a 3-star if you have our best team out there, which is good. Lucas Barrios, I feel like I know that name. Did he play Dortmund for a little bit? Yeah, okay. He's not bad, he's getting on a bit, but... So we definitely have things to work with here. I'm not going to worry too much about tactics and setting that up today. That'll happen in the next episode when I play the first friendlies. We'll go over the tactics and the squad that I actually go with. Obviously the national pool exists, and there's a ton of players in here. Let me see if there's anything report-wise. Players that aren't in the team that should be. Yeah, I don't know. At the moment, I don't know. So we'll see how it all comes out at selection time. Like I said, I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. But kind of that's all I have. So friendly-wise, we have 4 games at the moment set up for the rest of this year. We play Qatar and Peru in September, Venezuela and Australia in October. Peru and Venezuela will be good games just to kind of get kind of grips of where we are, because they are the 2 teams right around us in the rankings. So I'm happy those games are in there. Qatar and Australia should both be wins. They're definitely weaker than we are. So we should be getting some momentum builders in there as well. Nothing for 2019 yet. We'll work on that later. I'm sure games will pop up, or I'll make them myself, one of the 2. But yeah, that is Paraguay. So we are made our move to South America. We are ready to go. We are speaking Spanish or Guarani. I've never heard of that before. I'm still speaking Scottish, of course. No, I'm not. Oh my god, I'm speaking English. My god. I'm speaking English, of course. I know words. Hopefully I'll learn some Spanish and Guarani when I'm here. I feel like learning the languages as I go will help me get other jobs easier, maybe, as it goes on. I don't know. So hopefully we'll get some basic stuff. We'll fill this area quite a lot as we go on. It's kind of the same as what I had with all the international experience and the pro license before, because it's just the best way to actually make this work. But thank you very much for watching the video. That's all I have for you. Hope you're excited for it. I am very excited to get started and see how this goes. If you enjoyed this video, like it. If you want to take a guess on how long it's going to take me to complete this challenge, or if I actually can or will complete this challenge, leave a comment down below. And if you want to see the rest of it, you can hit that subscribe button. That's fine too. That's kind of fun. But thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.